Video games that get their own movies don't always turn out well. Maybe it's a sign that we shouldn't make them into movies. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about two gaming rivals and putting their movie counterparts in a fight to see who would win. Mario, a plumber from Brooklyn turned hero of the Mushroom Kingdom. And Sonic the Hedgehog, Green Hill's very own Blue Blur. Now, as I said, we are going to be using the movie version of these characters. No comics, no other video games, just their movies. I mean, the video game rivalry is a debate all on its own. But we're not here to focus on that. We're here to focus on their movie counterparts. And we will only be using their movies. No other outside material like the sequel comics or the animation for the Sonic movie. Let's spin right into this fight. Dinosaurs are cool and would make awesome pets. Wouldn't you agree? Unfortunately, a massive meteor struck the Gulf of Mexico and boom went the dinosaurs. Bye-bye. But what if they didn't go extinct? What if instead they went turn upside down into an alternate dimension that's similar to our own? I'm not joking, this is the premise of the movie. And in the movie we have our main characters. That would be Mario and his young brother Luigi, who are orphans and struggling in Brooklyn. I mean, who isn't struggling in Brooklyn these days? But anyway, as you can see, Mario from this movie is a little different from his classic video game counterpart. But the Mario Bros. Normal life changed forever the day they met Daisy. Wait, why is it Daisy and not Princess Peach? And then never mind. After she was kidnapped, the Mario Bros. Went after her and found themselves in an altered dimension run by King Koopa. And if they wanted to get back home, they would have to help Princess Daisy dethrone Koopa and save the Mushroom Kingdom. Luckily for Mario, he's a skilled brawler, able to force Koopa into a chair and fight off the policemen from the other dimension. With no problem at all. I mean, they're much better minion than... Seriously, you had to show me that? I had a hard enough time watching Dennis Hopper as Koopa. You gotta show me that? What the heck? Let's move on. He's also survived railing falls and tasers that would knock out a normal man. See? Look how... He's also got tools to help him along the way, like his trusty wrench to knock out people or fix stuff. And a plunger he can stick to enemies' faces for some reason across the... Anyway, let's move on. He's also got gadgets from the other dimension, like the super jump boots, which allow him to jump high and temporarily fly. He's also got the flamethrower / fireball gun that can blow up cars. And speaking of blow up, he's also got a bomb, which is very slow and the explosion isn't that big, but it's strong enough to launch Koopa into the air. He's also got the Devo gun, which can de-evolution someone to their ancestral form, or if used twice, turn them into primordial ooze, effectively killing them. But what kills Mario is that he's a human, and is easy to anger from time to time, and was really not willing to believe Luigi on this adventure. But despite all that, he saved the Mushroom Kingdom and the King. He really is the Super Mario. And this movie was a bit endearing, even though his last name is Mario? I guess that would explain the Dr. Mario a bit. Such a beautiful island. And for good reason, it had everything. Sandy beaches, cascading waterfalls, public access to loop-de-loops, and collapsing bridges. That's a town. But the one plus it has was Sonic. He lived here with Longclaw until a bunch of echidnas tried to kill them and take Sonic's power. Luckily, Longclaw gave him some rings to go to Earth. Unfortunately, she had to stay behind. With his ever loneliness, Sonic decided to play some sports by himself. Pretty sad, almost like playing chess by yourself, but he managed to make it fun. Yeah, especially with his speed. Unfortunately, playing alone kinda gets to you real quickly. Especially when you have no fans cheering you on, or no teammates cheering you on. It can get really sad and depressing. Sonic was so upset that he did the one thing he knew how to do best: run. But apparently running makes him so electrically charged that he can create massive amounts of energy, which will only build up to a massive explosion that is the same power as an EMP. Sonic was forced to hide out in a garage that just so happened to belong to the sheriff, Tom. And unfortunately, their first meeting didn't go so well, because Tom shot him and Sonic lost his rings in San Francisco on top of the Trans-American building. You could say nothing could get worse than this, but you'd also be wrong. With a crazy Jim Carrey on his tail, Sonic had no choice but to seek help from Tom, and hopefully together they would get Sonic's rings back and hopefully he could be safe. Sonic's most notable ability in the film is his speed. I mean, seriously, look how fast he goes. He goes so fast he can be in multiple places at once. And although his punches are a bit weak, his spin dash is strong enough to knock over a car. No, seriously, have a look. It's pretty awesome. See? And he wasn't even hurt by that. He can also spin so fast in sand it creates sand tornadoes. Oh, that must be really itchy. Anyway, he's also able to slow down time and move fast in said slow time. It's pretty cool to see. I mean, I saw the movie. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's also able to move really fast, if I didn't mention that before. And do everything he's done in said slow time. But where he shines the most is his impact when he dented a large ship multiple times. I guess that would explain how Sonic manages to damage it in the games. But he's also got another ability up his non-existent sleeve. His spin dash was strong enough to send this large ship flying through a ring into the Mushroom Planet, stranding Eggman in the Mushroom World. Speaking of rings, those are the only gadget he seems to have on him. What a weakness. Speaking of weakness, he's a bit of a glass cannon. Don't show that again after this. Anyway, his physical punches are weak. He's a little childish. He can be affected by tranquilizers and explosions. And is emotionally unstable sometimes. But despite all that, Sonic the Hedgehog has proven himself a valiant hero. And, to everyone's surprise, a very good movie.
I think you have something that belongs to me.